Good evening, I'm Carmine Jamay. New tonight at 11, ghost guns used in crimes have risen 1,000% in the last 5 years. How manufacturers might be undermining some of the laws against them. And the ways a local program brings calves to the classroom. The ways it's teaching kids all about agriculture. And we'll explain at 11.
High pressure is building, which means we're going to get warmer tomorrow, but cooler weather is on the way.
You're watching News 10. Live in Southern Oregon and Northern California, this is News 10 at 11.
Good evening, I'm Carmine Jamay. Thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight, a structure fire killing 3 dogs and multiple birds in Klamath Falls. It happened just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it's new tonight at 11. This fire right here in the 1000 block of Homedale Road in Klamath Falls. The first firefighters got there to the smoke and flames coming from the backside of the home you see right there. One person who lived there trying to save their pets, suffering smoke inhalation, was treated by emergency crews right there. Thankfully, everyone else in the home completely safe. Fire crews were successful in pulling out multiple pets from the home safely. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, those 3 dogs, multiple birds died in that fire. One dog rushed to the local vet for burns and smoke inhalation, and the cause of that fire is under investigation. In Northern California, PG&E holding a wildfire prevention webinar for Shasta, Tehama, and Lassen counties tonight. The utility company shared the latest updates on wildfire prevention work and local safety resources for its customers. PG&E has been working on putting power lines underground. That, of course, reduces the chance of starting a wildfire, and it reduces it by 99%. We spoke with them about what they're doing to better prepare for the fire season on top of that.
We're going to be talking about some of the many projects we have going on in those communities, such as undergrounding and installing switches so we can better isolate and reduce the footprint for public safety power shutoffs, more weather stations, more fire cameras, a lot of work that we're doing, including undergrounding like we have going on behind me in Magalia.
Moreno says PG&E has pledged to put 10,000 miles of overhead power lines underground to reduce the risk of wildfires. Also in Northern California, new details on harm reduction services in Humboldt County. Drug addiction, of course, a major concern all over our area. Our sister station's Austin Castro explains their syringe services program, which comes at a time when fentanyl-related overdose deaths have skyrocketed.
DHHS's update on their syringe services program comes at a time when fentanyl-related overdoses have skyrocketed here on the North Coast. I asked the department what impact this program is having locally and if it's enough given the numbers. On Tuesday, the Humboldt County Board of Supervisors received an update on the county's harm reduction services, including syringe services.
Individuals who engage with syringe services programs are more likely to go in for treatment for their substance use disorders.
The SSP is funded through state and federal means at about $215,000 per year. The department reports between 2021 and 2022, their overall harm reduction services program saw a drop in unique client count from just over 1,100 to only 600.
That's because we had some gaps in staffing. There was some turnover, and we needed to hire folks.
In terms of current staffing, the department says they are now nearly fully staffed. They also highlighted a lack of a unified system for tracking overdose reversals. That's something Dr. Stockton says could make a huge difference.
We have some systems that record reversals or responses, but they're not adequate to capture all of them. And this could let us know if we're having an increased number of overdoses in an area, that there's a higher risk of deaths coming up.
With the dramatic rise in overdose deaths in Humboldt County, I asked if that's led the program to change its approach.
Change its approach? No, other than saying, more, right? More outreach, more importance of the messaging around this. However, we are looking at an internal process to see if we can better identify any shared risk factors.
The department also says they don't see an increase in the number of people using drugs as a result of harm reduction work. Reporting in Eureka, Austin Castro, the North States News.
Well, we know that weather warming up, and our chief meteorologist Holden LaCroix has a quick check on our forecast.
Carmine, high pressure is building, which means we're going to get even warmer as we head into the day tomorrow. It should be our first 90s of the year. Most of us were in the upper 80s today, still relatively warm. Medford got up to about 88 degrees. Klamath Falls about 80. That warmer weather, though, will continue at least until Saturday. This high pressure here will start to break down once we head into next week. But as high pressure builds, the temperatures build as well. The water temperatures not so much, and we're actually expecting these water temperatures to cool down over the next few days due to melting snow. We'll break down this forecast, which does include a chance of thunderstorms next week. Carmine.
From addiction to recovery, a lot of us wonder what's the process to get treated for drug dependency in Jackson County. Well, News 10's Malik Patterson spoke with someone who used to be addicted and who's now in recovery, changing her whole life around. He also spoke to leaders at local facilities that help with that same purpose and explains the journey.
People that suffer with addiction and want a better life, they have to have people that want that same goal, you know, and to be able to relate and not to judge and to be themselves unapologetically.
LaShonda Reynolds showed not only that she's not a product of her environment, but how she overcame her addiction after battling for a better life for herself and for her children.
Like, addiction's not happy. I don't see this. Like, this is definitely weird and it's intimidating, and sometimes you want to isolate, you know. For me, I definitely was like, okay, I'm just going to sit in my bed, I'm going to do this program, and I'm going to graduate and I'll be good. But no, like, the people there were like, no, that's not what we do. That's not what we get to do. Like, we're a family now.
On Track Rogue Valley has 3 different inpatient facilities for single men, women, and for mothers and fathers in possession of their children. They also offer services to people, no matter their financial situation, who are at different stages of their recovery.
But if somebody needs actual alcohol and drug substance use disorder treatment, either via insurance or grants or funding from our local coordinated care organizations, their treatment is paid for. So that should never be an obstacle for somebody.
On Track Rogue Valley specializes in helping those who have hit their bottom and willing to seek help. It doesn't matter if you have insurance or not, because they will find a plan that works for you to get you the help that you need, so each patient pays $0 out of pocket.
You know, $250 or $300 per day for the lower end of service intensity, up to, you know, $450 per day for higher intensity services that might require more supports for the individual.
Inpatient services and detox services can range about $1,000 per day if it was paid purely out of pocket. Now, Max's Mission, another local nonprofit, has saved over 1,000 lives with 38 naloxone/Narcan red boxes scattered throughout Jackson and Josephine counties. For they have helped anyone who is in need of immediate help until first responders arrive.
If we've saved one life, that's been an impact. We regularly get calls from people who have used their naloxone to save someone they love's life.
LaShonda's currently in the process of finishing up her classwork at Rogue Community College with hopes of transferring to SOU and joining their pre-law program so she can continue to help other addicts.
You too can be successful and put your mind to anything, and like, your addiction doesn't have to be crippling. You know, you can overcome it and use it and use that experience, you know, to become a pillar to the community.
In the sports world, the Seattle Seahawks and more than 300 fans celebrated tonight's 2 draft picks in style at a Seattle icon. Our sister station's Jackie Kent takes us inside the team's first ever VIP NFL draft watch party at the Space Needle.
300 Seahawks fans celebrate their team's draft pick, Illinois quarterback Devin Witherspoon.
He's a cornerback, and defense is our thing, and we need to start rebuilding the defense so we can get back to the Super Bowl.
I love it. Gives us another lockdown corner, opportunity to give more time to the pass rushers to get in and get some more sacks.
And with this crowd of families and friends, there's no questioning their fandom runs deep.
Season ticket holder and suite holder have been, a huge follower since my grandma Butzer, God bless her soul, fell in love with Jim Zorn and just made us a fan the whole way.
Forever, since 1976, all in, no matter what.
And Seattleite Grant Larson, who says he and 2 other people helped name the Seahawks when the team asked for name suggestions when it first formed in 1976.
I lived in West Seattle. We had a lot of seagulls. So I just said, hey, let's go with the Seahawks and just let's make it work.
Space Needle staff were glad to bring the 12s together in a unique way to see their team get 2 picks in the first round for the first time in a few years.
It's really special. You know, the Seahawks mean a lot to the community. The Space Needles help the Seahawks celebrate a lot over the seasons with Super Bowl fireworks shows and flag raisings, and we're just so proud to have them here tonight to celebrate the draft with us on this national stage and showcase the best of Seattle.
Seattle Seahawks fans, not the only ones celebrating tonight's NFL draft in our region. Oregon Ducks fans quacking for joy at this moment right here.
With the 17th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Christian Gonzalez, defensive back, Oregon.
You heard NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell right there. Oregon's cornerback Christian Gonzalez headed to the Patriots with the 17th pick. The Pac-12 coaches voted him first team all-conference this season. And in 12 games this year, Gonzalez had 50 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 11 passes defended. Along with Justin Herbert, Penei Sewell, Kayvon Thibodeau, this is the 4th draft in a row an Oregon Duck has been picked in the first round. In just 2 minutes, a brand new Spotlight on America investigative report.
When was the first time you ever heard the words ghost gun?
Oh, when my son got shot.
The exponential increase in ghost guns used in crimes and how the manufacturers could be undermining the law. Next. It's about something in your community?
Do you have a question but can't find the answer?
Just ask 10.
Email your questions to ask10@ktvl.com.
And we'll get you that answered, only on News 10.
When it comes to your hair, ingredients matter. That's why Herbal Essences is packed with naturally derived plant ingredients you love. And none of the stuff you don't. Our sulfate-free collections smell incredible. And leave your hair touchably soft and smooth. Herbal Essences.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. Gotta be protected, gotta be dry. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working. Weekend cabin, it's looking good.
Wherever you go, a Ford F-150 is the key to survival. Get 0.9% for 60 plus $2,000 low APR cash on a 2022 F-150 XLT. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I got a call from some scammer who had the nerve to ask for my Medicare number. I was not born yesterday.
When someone asked for my Medicare number in a text, I knew it was a scam. Nice catch.
And your mother knew it wasn't a real email.
Go, Mom!
I don't share my Medicare number with strangers.
If you get a call, text, or email asking for your Medicare or personal information,
delete.
Shut it down.
Nope.
Learn more at medicare.gov/fraud.
KTVL News 10 is #1 on Facebook in the Rogue Valley. Watch KTVL News 10 at 5, 6, and 11 p.m. or stay up to date throughout the day on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Watch Rachel Ray, weekdays at 3 on News 10. Stay connected to News 10 with our smartphone app. Get your News 10 on the go. Sponsored by Southern Oregon Subaru.
Ghost gun use in crimes has risen more than 1,000% since 2017. That's according to a federal crime report. Those weapons you might know made from untraceable parts are increasingly becoming restricted by laws in some states. But as Spotlight on America's Lisa Fletcher discovered, those laws might be getting undermined by some manufacturers.
16-year-old DeAndre Thomas nearly died last year, shot at his high school in Rockville, Maryland.
He had the first 8 surgeries.
within the first 3-4 weeks he was in the hospital.
2 months of touch and go. Mom Karen not knowing if her son would lose his leg, ever walk again, or even survive.
And it's torture. It broke everybody in our family's heart.
DeAndre's injuries at the hands of a fellow student, wielding an untraceable weapon known as a ghost gun, with parts he bought online and, according to police reports, assembled with a friend.
When was the first time you ever heard the words ghost gun?
Oh, when my son got shot.
DeAndre, one of an untold number of victims of ghost guns, used with increasing frequency by criminals across the country. A Department of Justice report published earlier this year shows ghost gun use in crimes has risen more than 1,000% since 2017. In August, the Biden administration closed a loophole that allowed the kits to be sold to anybody because the parts weren't considered guns. The new rule mandates serial numbers and background checks and classifies the kits containing most of the parts necessary to complete the gun as a gun. But in the months following, manufacturers of these so-called buy, build, shoot kits found a workaround. Many opting to simply offer parts individually rather than in kits, making the core components still easily accessible.
Lawful gun manufacturers play by a set of rules that we as Americans generally agree with. The ghost gun manufacturers do not.
We sat down with Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General Karl Racine as he was finishing his final term last year. He successfully sued the largest manufacturer of ghost guns, Polymer 80, for misrepresenting where they could sell and who could legally own their guns. And while at least 11 states and the District of Columbia have passed their own laws banning or severely restricting ghost guns, the desired effect has been elusive. Cities like Baltimore, San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles, and D.C. have all seen sharp increases in crimes involving ghost guns, and experts say the weapons are likely coming in from states with little or no restriction. Precisely why Racine says states can't wait for the feds to figure this out.
Other states really have to pitch in here in order to make their communities safe. Ghost guns kill people. They make it easier for criminals to accomplish their criminal deeds. And there's no reason for them to be flooding our streets and causing the kind of havoc that we have.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Lisa Fletcher.
For states that have those laws restricting or banning ghost guns, the penalties vary wildly. Everything from a year in prison up to 10 years in prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. Experts telling us it's likely that more states will continue to pass those laws banning the weapons before we see the loophole closed by the feds.
Now, First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Holden LaCroix.
Here's a look at our high pressure system that's been building across the West Coast. We have clear skies from Vancouver all the way down to the Mexican border, and that's thanks to this high pressure here that kind of built across areas of Central California. That's not only warming us up, but also giving us the clear sunny skies that we are expected at least for the next couple of days. This high pressure here is eventually going to break down and that cooler air will start to move back in. Now, as the high pressure builds, the warmer temperatures over the next few days, the water temperatures not so much. In fact, they are expected to actually cool off as we head into the weekend as that snowpack starts to melt. So a lot of these temperatures will actually be colder by the time we head into Sunday, but we are expecting warmer weather to return once we head towards warmer water temperatures, I should say, once we start to head into the latter part of next week. So 93 degrees for areas of the Rogue Valley as we head towards Friday, but that big cool down is on the way. As early as Sunday, we're going to be taking about a 30-degree drop in temperatures. Shower chances will likely return. Now, for the coast, we see that change as we head to the day on Friday. We get more of a onshore flow. It's going to be a relatively cloudy and cool day for the Oregon coast on Friday and into the weekend. So big changes underway for tomorrow, but for the rest of it, it's mainly Sunday that we start to see that change. Here's a look at the high pressure system. This graphic here shows temperatures in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Very warm from Mexico all the way up to the Canadian border. Well, that starts to break down once we head into the weekend, especially by that first week of May. Cooler weather weather starting to move back in, and that's thanks to an area of low pressure that's moving in from the Gulf of Alaska. That's also going to shift our pattern as we head towards next week. So the heat is not going to last for long. The heat wave continues up until Saturday, but we are expecting that cooler weather to arrive as early as Sunday. For the coast, that change will arrive for tomorrow. Notice those temperatures back down into the 60s for Brookings. After a high of about 87 today, we cool back down into the 50s once we head towards next week. Northern California, 92 degrees tomorrow afternoon, 70s by Sunday, but 60s make a return next week with shower chances starting as early as Tuesday. For the Klamath Basin, 86 degrees Friday afternoon, so a little bit warmer than today. Then we see that big cool down, 67 degrees on Sunday. By next week, we're in the 60s, and overnight lows will actually dip back down into the 30s. We are going to be tracking the chance of a few isolated thunderstorms as well once we head towards Wednesday, Thursday. Looks like a very active system moving in, but those snow levels are going to be relatively high. We still are expecting relatively cool, wet weather, so no major concern for fire starts, including the Rogue Valley. But as we head towards Friday, 93 degrees, one more day of 90, and then we're going to track the drop in temperatures. It's going to be quite cool, Carmine. We're going to be back down into the mid-40s for overnight lows by Monday and Tuesday.
All right, big changes. Thanks, Holden. After the break, the tough conversation on how to care for transgender children. The new tension in this very polarizing debate.
Says thank you to all the hometown heroes making our community so great. If you know a deserving hometown hero, shoot us an email, hero@abbeys.com. Every week, we'll thank some of these heroes with a free giant pepperoni pizza. Abbeys, proud to serve your community.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
With employee pricing at Denver Mattress, you pay what we pay. Backed by popular demand, our employee discount is available to everyone for a limited time. Get 15% off any single Denver Mattress brand product when you spend $9.99 or more. And with our 365-night better sleep guarantee, you'll rest easy knowing you're getting the right mattress. Plus 4 years, no interest, and free shipping. Hurry! Employee pricing at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Be a hero tonight. Treat your family and friends to Abby's famous hometown hero pizza. This giant features our classic pepperoni, tasty Italian sausage, and crisp green peppers for a one-of-a-kind legendary flavor. Visit abbeys.com for a special pizza at a very special price.
Watch Sherry, weekdays at 4 on News 10. You're watching News 10 at 11.
The fight over how to care for transgender children reaching a boiling point in Montana. State representatives voting overwhelmingly to ban colleague Zoe Zephyr from the House floor for the rest of the session. That's after Zephyr is accused of egging on the protesters at the state capitol. The law being considered in Montana would ban puberty blockers and also ban transition surgeries for minors. Our national correspondent Kayla Gaskins explains it's just the latest battle over this countrywide debate.
The latest transgender fight taking over Helena, Montana.
If you vote yes on this bill, I hope the next time there's an invocation, when you bow your heads in prayer, you see the blood on your hands.
We do know that there is help out there for them. However, help does not come out in the form of medically transitioning our youth, because that is permanent.
Montana looking to join at least 10 other states in banning gender-related medical treatment for minors.
I think that the reason that there's so much pushback is we are seeing lives destroyed,
thousands of lives destroyed.
The ban's already sparking lawsuits. Earlier this month, the ACLU sued Indiana for their new ban. In Florida, families of trans youth suing the state. The Department of Justice now entering the fight, filing a lawsuit in Tennessee challenging their state's ban. DOJ arguing the law violates the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. Tennessee's Republican Governor Bill Lee responding to the suit with a tweet writing, quote, "This is federal overreach at its worst," vowing to push back. President Biden and his administration reaffirming support of trans minors.
But across the country of late from some of our friends on the extreme right, LBT students and teachers are under attack from hateful laws.
The American Pediatric Association among those who support giving minors what they call gender-affirming care, arguing withholding care increases the risk of suicide. Minnesota attempting to counter these bans by passing a bill last week establishing the state as a trans refuge for kids denied gender care elsewhere. Some Republican-led states looking to pass even more restrictive bans. A bill introduced in Oklahoma would ban anyone under the age of 26 from receiving transgender medical care. In Washington, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
Now, our question of the day. Do you think minors should be allowed to have sex change operations? You can vote yes or no on our website, KTVL.com/question. Right around the corner, an agricultural adventure, calves in the classroom. The ways Rogue Valley teenagers are showing the even younger youngsters the ropes of agriculture.
You have a question but can't find the answer.
Just ask 10.
Email your questions to ask10@ktvl.com.
And we'll get you that answer only on News 10.
Denture wearers can go wild with wildly adhesive C-Bond denture seals. Get 75% stronger all-day hold thanks to gradual release technology. Go wild. C-Bond. Wildly adhesive.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, one sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Double check that. That's pretty good. Yeesh. Not crying, are you? Let's tighten that. Ooh.
Wait, what was that?
What? No, don't worry about that. Here we go.
Asking the right question can greatly impact your future.
Are you qualified to do this?
What?
Especially when it comes to your finances.
Do you have a question?
Are you a certified financial planner?
Yes, I am a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your best interest. That's why it's gotta be a CFP. Find your CFP professional at letsmakeaplan.org.
Ashley's new lower prices are here. Look for price reductions on hundreds of items throughout the store and online. And for a limited time, find unbelievable savings on some of our best-selling collections. Plus, 5-year special financing. Shop and save today, only at Ashley.
News 10's real-time closed captioning is presented by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
Today was the first day that several elementary schools all across the Rogue Valley put their 4-H skills to the test. It's a program called Calves in the Classroom. Usually, these youngsters are learning all about agriculture, raising animals, livestock, the whole bit in the classroom. But today, you see, they're outside, running around, airplanes going, and several 4-H and FFA students in high school and middle school even helping the youngsters, showing them the ropes. You see the youngsters and the older youngsters, I guess, just a second ago. They volunteered their time to teach those third graders the importance of agriculture.
People don't take agriculture very seriously, but I want to teach these kids, for the future, because these kids can be the future star to show, the world that
I think we have another future star right there. 9th grade, giving back to the kids, talking about agriculture like that. That is just great for our area. A lot of the older students showed them the more hands-on experience of taking care of the steer and also jumping on the hay bales. What the heck? That way the students have another option of career plans for the future. That is the goal of that great program right there. And stick around, we'll have a last look at the forecast after this short break.
And Doug.
Hey man, nice base. Clearly you're a safe driver. You could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
As someone living with type 2 diabetes, I want to keep it real and talk about some risks. With type 2 diabetes, you have up to 4 times greater risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. Even at your A1C goal, you're still at risk, which if ignored could bring you here. May put you in one of those, or even worse. Too much? That's the point. Get real about your risks and do something about it. Talk to your healthcare provider about ways to lower your risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. Learn more at getrealaboutdiabetes.com.
Had enough? No, arthritis. Here, Aspercream arthritis. Huh, full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods.
Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspercream.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
You can always bet on Biggie. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
Wait till you see her new living room. She got everything at Lazy Boy.
What does she do? Buy 6 recliners?
Hey, hi girls. Hey, come on in.
Whoa. It's Lazy Boy double discount days. Get up to 30% off. The more you buy, the more you save. Plus, you'll find our famous recliners starting at just $5.49.
And this all came from Lazy Boy?
Yep.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
All right, well, we know that tomorrow could get into the 90s. 93 is what Holden is expecting. That's 3 degrees shy of the all-time record for that day if we do hit it. But you might be thinking, should I head out to the Rogue rafting? Maybe, but maybe not. The water temperature not quite matching the air temperature. The Rogue River in Prospect, 43 degrees. Rogue River at Central Point, 56. And Applegate Lake, 48. So, hey, listen, depending on your level of daring, you can head out there. But those are the facts. Thank you for watching News 10 at 11. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
This is our latest hearing aid, packed with 20th century technology. Why beige? To blend in. You're behind your ear. You know, so it's almost invisible.
You mean like this?
How did you do that?
Hi.
Hello there.
Would you like some lemonade?
I would love some lemonade.
$5, please.
5 what?
Supply chain issues. There's a lemon shortage. Have you seen the price of cups these days?
Had enough inflation? Undo inflation with Dish. Now get the same TV bill every month. No price hikes, no matter what, for 3 years. The 3-year TV price guarantee, only from Dish. Tuned in to you.
I got a call from some scammer who had the nerve to ask for my Medicare number. I was not born yesterday.
When someone asked for my Medicare number in a text, I knew it was a scam.
Nice catch.
And your mother knew it wasn't a real email.
Go, Mom.
I don't share my Medicare number with strangers.
If you get a call, text, or email asking for your Medicare or personal information,
delete.
Shut it down.
Nope.
Learn more at medicare.gov/fraud.
Grapplers for Autism raises money for individuals with autism to provide support, mentoring, education, and advocacy in developing necessary life skills.
Live an independent life through the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Find Grapplers for Autism on Facebook for more details. Paid for by Brian Whitaker.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
The quicker picker-upper. One sheet of Bounty is all you need. And Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Want luxury hair repair that doesn't cost $50? Pantene's Pro Vitamin Formula repairs hair, as well as the leading luxury bonding treatment for softness and resilience without the price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
At Dwyer Williams Churcos, we consider it an honor to call the Pacific Northwest home. It's where we work, raise our families, and pursue our passions. From coaching youth sports to conquering local trails and catching fresh powder day, our hearts belong to this beautiful place. And when members of our community are injured due to the fault of another, the attorneys at Dwyer Williams Churcos are on your side every step of the way. Injured and need help? Go to RoyDwyer.com.
What causes a curve down there? Who can treat this?
Stop typing, start talking. It could be a medical condition called Peyronie's disease or PD. You're not alone. There is hope. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose and treat PD. Visit makeapdplan.com today.